California, the land of dreams, golden coastlines, Silicon Valley success, and Hollywood glamour. But in 2025, those dreams are turning into dust. Once bustling cities are becoming shells of their former selves. As the housing market crashes, unemployment rises, and people flee, entire neighborhoods are being abandoned. The pandemic boom created an artificial surge, but now reality is crashing down. People can't afford homes, investors are running away, and basic services are falling apart. Property values are dropping fast. Renters are leaving. Local governments are overwhelmed. Empty streets, closed stores, and for-sale signs dominate. Some cities are losing thousands every month. Once promising developments sit unfinished. In this video, we'll expose 10 California cities turning into ghost towns. This isn't just about real estate, it's about a collapsing way of life. Watch until the end, because the number 1 city on this list will leave you speechless. Number 10, Oakland. Oakland may come as a surprise, but in 2025, even this major city is fading fast. Tech layoffs in nearby Silicon Valley hit Oakland hard, triggering a mass exodus. Downtown high-rises are now mostly empty. Commercial properties sit abandoned. Crime has soared, and parts of the city are considered unsafe even during the day. Homeless encampments sprawl across sidewalks and parks. Public transportation is unreliable. Longtime residents are leaving due to unaffordable rents, only to find their properties now worth far less. Local schools are seeing sharp enrollment drops. Businesses are fleeing to nearby states. Once bustling cultural districts are now eerily quiet. Even the famous lake areas are seeing fewer visitors. Many investors no longer see Oakland as a profitable or safe option. Residents are losing hope, and neighborhoods feel abandoned. What once symbolized resistance and renewal now stands as a symbol of urban failure. Number 9, Merced. Merced once had promise thanks to its university, agriculture, and steady growth. But 2025 crushed those hopes. As home values crashed, many students and renters left, causing local businesses to lose their customer base. Restaurants, bookstores, and corner shops have closed one by one. Farm labor shortages have gutted agricultural income. Property taxes have dropped, which slashed the city budget. Public services are being cut back severely. Roads go unrepaired. Public libraries are shutting down. The once vibrant downtown now feels deserted. Unemployment is rising fast, and young professionals are moving elsewhere. Even university enrollment is down. Vacant rental units are increasing, and homelessness is spreading. Local morale is at an all-time low. Merced's story is one of missed opportunities, poor planning, and deepening crisis. The city feels suspended, neither growing nor surviving. Residents wonder, is this the beginning of the end? Number 8, Hemet. Hemet, a city with a large retired population, is now suffering the harsh realities of a collapsing housing market and an aging community. Real estate prices have dropped drastically, and seniors living on fixed incomes are struggling to keep up with rising utility and healthcare costs. Many have been forced to sell their homes at huge losses, while younger families avoid the area entirely. Abandoned homes are becoming frequent in what were once quiet retirement neighborhoods. Hospitals are understaffed and overcrowded. Public transportation is unreliable. Services for seniors are being cut due to budget shortages. Grocery stores and pharmacies are closing, leaving residents with fewer options. Crime rates have increased as poverty spreads. Infrastructure is aging fast, with little funding for repairs. Even the local government seems powerless. Residents describe a feeling of isolation and decline. Hemet is slowly slipping into silence. Number 7, Victorville. Victorville was once a beacon for working-class families seeking affordable homes and a calmer lifestyle outside the chaos of Los Angeles. But now, it's among the worst hit by the 2025 housing crash. Property values dropped over 25%, leaving many families underwater on their mortgages. For-sale signs line entire streets. Many homes are abandoned, with broken windows and overgrown yards. Shopping plazas are half empty. Local restaurants and stores are closing monthly. Homelessness is on the rise, with tents appearing in public spaces. Crime has escalated, and police departments are understaffed. Job losses in construction and retail have gutted the economy. The city feels stuck in time, no forward motion, only decline. Community events are rare. Schools are underfunded and overcrowded. Residents say Victorville feels forgotten by the state. What was once a promising suburb has become a cautionary tale. Number 6, Lancaster. Lancaster, nestled in the Antelope Valley, was once marketed as an affordable, peaceful escape from Los Angeles. But in 2025, that image shattered. The housing market collapsed rapidly, and with it came the vanishing of community life. Entire neighborhoods now sit eerily still. Construction has halted on dozens of projects. Job opportunities, especially in manufacturing and logistics, have dried up. Homeless encampments are growing across the outskirts. Crime has become a daily concern for residents. Local businesses report a steep decline in foot traffic. Schools are merging or closing altogether due to dropping enrollment. Property tax revenues have plummeted, and city services are stretched thin. Trash pickup is delayed. Parks are no longer maintained. Emergency services face longer response times. Families that once dreamed of raising kids here are fleeing to other states. Lancaster is now described by locals as a ghost shell of its former self. Number 5. Fresno. Fresno once stood as a hopeful alternative to California's big cities, but now it's crumbling. The real estate market here has suffered one of the steepest drops in the state. Average home prices fell by over $90,000 in just months. Many homeowners are walking away from their mortgages. New housing developments are frozen mid-construction. Rent prices collapsed, but even cheap rent can't attract tenants. Schools are closing wings, teachers are leaving, and local tax revenue is crashing. Crime and homelessness have escalated, especially in the inner city. Small business owners report fewer customers and rising break-ins. Residents say it feels like the community has given up. Public services are being cut, and infrastructure repairs are delayed indefinitely. Fresno's identity crisis is growing louder. With no clear recovery plan, this once thriving city is fading fast into emptiness. Number 4. Modesto. Modesto, once a quiet haven for Central Valley families, is now fighting for survival. After the housing crash, the city saw a sharp decline in property values and job stability. As more people left, schools lost funding and small businesses couldn't stay open. Today, entire neighborhoods are visibly decaying. Homeowners can't sell without taking massive losses. Renters are leaving due to rising crime and poor infrastructure. Modesto's charm is disappearing fast. The local economy, which once relied on agriculture and warehousing, is now in limbo. Potholes fill the streets, streetlights stay broken, and police response is slower than ever. Residents complain of feeling abandoned. The once busy downtown area is now lined with shuttered stores. Drug abuse and homelessness are rising rapidly. With very little investment or development coming in, Modesto is becoming harder to recognize. Locals are asking, where did the city we loved go? Number 3. Bakersfield. Bakersfield once offered refuge from California's high prices, but now it's collapsing under its own weight. The 2025 housing crash exposed its weak foundation. Average home prices dropped nearly 20%, and demand has evaporated. Construction projects have halted. Rental properties sit empty, as tenants move out. Entire blocks look abandoned, even during the day. Businesses are closing faster than they open. Gas stations, grocery stores, and even banks are disappearing. Job opportunities have dried up in oil and agriculture. The working class is losing faith. Crime has crept into formerly safe neighborhoods. The local government is stretched thin. Garbage collection and public maintenance are delayed. People call it a city left behind. For many, Bakersfield's affordability is no longer worth the sacrifice. And with no economic engine to drive a comeback, its future remains uncertain. Number 2. San Bernardino. San Bernardino has been in financial trouble for years, but 2025 delivered a new level of crisis. Foreclosures have skyrocketed, and more than 30% of homeowners now owe more than their house is worth. The streets that once buzzed with family life are eerily quiet. Shopping centers are empty. Local crime is climbing rapidly, making safety a daily concern. Emergency response times are slower due to budget cuts. Schools are understaffed, and infrastructure is crumbling. Many young families are choosing to leave rather than stay and fight. Investors see the city as a financial black hole. Unlivable is the word some locals are now using. Public parks have become neglected. The homeless population is growing with nowhere to go. The real estate market is frozen. No buyers, no sellers, no hope. What remains is a city slowly dying, as its people search for a way out. Number 1. Stockton. Stockton has long struggled with poverty and crime, but the 2025 housing crash hit it like a wrecking ball. Property prices dropped over 22% in just a year. Whole neighborhoods are now littered with foreclosed homes. Families that moved here for affordability are now leaving in panic. Local businesses are shutting down. Boarded-up windows are becoming the norm. Streetlights flicker over empty sidewalks. Some schools are reporting their lowest enrollment in a decade. The city's budget shortfalls have forced cuts to emergency services. Unemployment is climbing, and residents are desperate. Even real estate investors are backing off, calling it too risky. What once looked like a city in recovery now feels like a city in retreat. Renters can't afford to stay, and homeowners can't afford to sell. Even community leaders admit they are losing hope. Stockton is becoming a tragic symbol of California's failing middle-class dream. What's happening in California isn't just about real estate, it's a warning. These 10 cities, once full of life, are now echoes of what they used to be. The 2025 housing crash has exposed deep cracks in California's economy, planning, and leadership. Families are fleeing, businesses are closing, and whole communities are vanishing. If these trends continue, more cities will follow. This isn't just a housing crisis, it's a migration, an unraveling of what California stood for. Whether you're a homeowner, investor, or renter, this video is your wake-up call. Think carefully about where you live and where you invest. If you found this video helpful, hit the like button, share it with someone in California, and subscribe for more deep dives into what's really happening behind the headlines. Stay informed before your city becomes the next ghost town.